Yesterday's body count rounded off to a astonishing and dirty 30. And out there in Haywood, one officer down, so I guess you're all screwed.
City, welcome back. My guest tonight is Lieutenant Sarah Kokoski, spokeswoman for the NCPD. Hi there. Welcome to the show.
Why are things so fucked up, Sarah? I don't know. It's usually how it goes. I don't know. Well, that's unfortunate. If you're wondering why I'm running anywhere, I literally don't have a car. Alright, well, did anybody catch the presidential debate? Because that thing was a slaughter, absolute slaughter. Joe Biden is, oh my god, dude, that guy's brain is mush. It's less than mush. It has been liquefied. It is liquid shit. That's what it is. Like, I couldn't even believe it. I was watching it on the Tim Pool stream, and on the first talking point that they brought up, Biden froze, like within, like towards, what was it, the end of him talking, they gave him 2 minutes, and he couldn't even last 2 minutes.
What's your problem?
It was freaking amazing, dude. I was like, oh my god, dude, it's happening in real time. It's over. The debate is over. He lost. He lost within the first 2 minutes. It was fucking amazing. And it was brutal after that, dude, because he kept messing up, and like he was literally Trump's wingman on the debate stage. Like if you put it into a basketball analogy, he was literally giving Trump layups the entire night. It was that bad. Like on the first stumble, when he was trying to talk about how he was trying to provide, well, I couldn't even understand him really, but he was trying to say that he was trying to provide more benefits for women and the elderly. Pretty much saying that he was trying to improve Medicare. And then at the end of his stumble, he goes silent, looks down, looks back up, and says, "We beat Medicare." What the hell does that even mean? We beat Medicare. You're not trying to beat Medicare. You're trying to improve Medicare, but yeah, it didn't. Like, well, most people would want to get rid of Medicare altogether. The liberals and some of the conservatives too. The less people sucking on the teat of the freaking government, the better. And I remember, I remember Trump, like right after he said that. And dude, the moderators themselves were trying to save Biden as much as possible. Like they did everything in their power to look objective, but yet be in the favor of Biden. Like people were actually praising them. Hey, they didn't do a bad job. That was a very low fucking bar. Okay, people were setting for CNN in order to look like they remain neutral. When every stipulation on the parameters for the debate were lined up against Trump. At least that was the notion going into the debate. Hey, okay, Trump likes to interject, cut off his mic, don't let him speak. They're literally muzzling the guy to not try to interrupt somebody when they make a bad point or when he believes he should cut in. So they trying to muzzle him, he accepts the terms. And remember, even though this was a disaster of the debate for Biden asked for it. Everybody saw that ad that came out where Biden was essentially calling Trump out, saying, hey, you want a debate? Sure, I'll give you 2 debates. and then throwing shade at him, saying, "Hey, I know, like, you know, you have a tough schedule, but I hear you're free on Wednesdays." And he was calling him out, like, "Come on, bring it on, make my day, pal," like fucking Dirty Harry or some shit. And then he fucking puts out that performance. And let's not forget, Biden had a fucking week to prepare because he left the White House and went to what was it, Delaware, to go ahead and prep for the debate for a week. And that's what he put on display. And then the fucking media later coming out and saying, "Oh, Biden just had a bad night. We all have bad nights. You know, it was just a fluke," and stuff like that. Motherfucker had a week to prepare for this. This is the best Biden, like, this was top-notch Biden right here that we all saw on the debate stage. That was top-notch Biden because he had a week to prepare for it. And he looked like shit. He sounded like shit. He couldn't keep a coherent thought in his head. He was trailing off. He was saying outrageous shit about, like, you know, the grape thing. About, like, women are getting raped by their in-laws and brothers and sisters and spouses. I was like, what the hell? Dude, if this is Biden at his best, imagine at his worst. Holy shit, dude. And people are calling for Jill Biden to be criminalized, man. For her to be put in prison. Because this was elder abuse. This was spousal abuse right here. You want to talk about domestic violence and, you know, like psychological warfare on your spouse? This is it. This is fucking it, man. Anybody looking at that shit was looking at a corpse getting beaten by Trump. I saw that the other day that somebody had said that. It was literally Trump beating on a corpse. Oh, what the hell? I thought I had that. Oh yeah, and then the moderators too. They're not getting off scot-free, dude. The moderators totally was trying to save Biden as much as possible and as low key as possible. So after the Biden first gaffe, when he slows down and he stops talking altogether, then he looks up and says, "We beat Medicare." Jake Tapper immediately came to his defense, was like, "Thank you, Mr. Biden. Stop talking, please. Shut up. Shut up." And then he immediately, to not leave any dead air, he immediately goes, "Mr. Trump," like he was like, "Someone needs to talk. I can't talk because I'm not the one that's supposed to talk." So he just threw it to Trump immediately. He was like, okay, thank you, Mr. Biden. Please shut the fuck up. You sound idiotic. You sound senile. You sound like you're dying on stage. Please stop. Trump, your turn. And then Trump immediately came out and said, "Yeah, you beat Medicare. You beat Medicare to death." It was one of his good singers of the night, man. Oh, man. And it's true. Like, it's true. Like, Medicare is off the government teat, and the government, like, has to provide Medicare to whoever they deem is worthy of Medicare, which is usually everybody above 65 years old, the handicap, and anybody that they think is, you know, challenged in a certain way that can't make money. Well, guess who they're giving the Medicare right now? You know that the figure of the 18 million to 20 million immigrants that came across the border since Biden's been president? Let's be conservative. Let's say it's 9 million, which is a fucking high-ass number within 3 years. 9 million people in 3 years. Holy fuck. He's giving Medicare to pretty much all of them. And you see this throughout all the liberal states, New York, Chicago, California. They're all pissed off. I have a coworker that I'm working with that's saying that in her complex, and she's living in fucking Newport Beach, California, one of the most expensive places to live in California, Newport fucking Beach, where the apartments are like $2,500 to like $4,000 a month. And she's over here saying that they're giving housing to immigrants that they bust in, living in her building, free of charge. Holy fuck, man. $2,500 to $4,000 a month, and they're giving it away for free? Fuck you. Fuck you, Newsom. Fuck you, Biden. Fuck you, all you fucking progressive pieces of shit that think this is fucking acceptable when we have, like, a horrendous homeless problem here in California. You want to get people outside our country housing when we have a huge homeless problem in Venice Beach, in Newport Beach, and all these fucking, like, liberal places, not to mention Portland and Seattle. Fuck you. Fuck all of you that think that's a good idea. Draining our fucking finances, draining Social Security, draining Medicare, Medicaid, All of those government-run programs. That's why a lot of people want to get rid of those fucking programs, because they can see what a drain it is on the economy, because it's manufactured fucking aid. And they're taxing us more for it. Newsom just put out a fucking bill to have, it's probably going to get passed pretty soon, to where they're going to start, like, this is fucking hysterical for all you liberal bitches that fucking went along with the Green New whatever incentive program, the renewable energy program, where they're trying to get rid of cars in California, gas powered cars. They're trying to get rid of it, to where they're going to put up a law, I think next year, or the next 2 years, to where, okay, you can no longer sell gas-powered cars in California. It's all going to be electric. It's like, really, motherfucker? Really? You're going to bankrupt the state with that shit. And this is the funny part. He's trying to get rid of all the cars, right? And at the same fucking time, he put out a bill recently that's probably going to get passed, to where they're going to start charging by the fucking mile for you to drive electric vehicles. There's going to be a tax on that. Son of a bitch, you fucking retards are voting this shit in. And you're then, like, prices are out of control. You go to, like, fucking any convenience store, any fast food joint. It was outrageous before, like, 10 years ago, when a number one cost $5. It's like, holy fuck, dude, I'm paying $5 for this fucking cheap-ass food? Now, if you go to any store, go to McDonald's, one of the cheaper places. Go to McDonald's, get a number one. The fucking thing is like 13 to 14 bucks. Get the fuck out of here, man. And then you want to start charging more. Fuck you, Newsom. Fuck you, all you progressives, for voting this shit in. Go eat a dick. Go eat Big Mike Obama's dick. I don't even know where I'm going. I'm fucking ranting out. I don't even know where I'm going. Getting back to the debate. Oh man, it was a dumpster fire. What was that quote? Somebody had said that. It was a dumpster fire on like a hornet's nest or something like that. Then the rest of the night, because they made a claim. I think who was it? It was Kamala Harris that said that, and I quote, okay, he started slow, but he finished strong. Started slow, but finished strong. That was the actual quote. No, it didn't. On the last closing argument, or the closing statements, Biden stumbled again. In what, 2.5 to 5 minutes he had to talk, he stumbled again, where he froze.
What you got on those nails?
Hey, V, got a friend in need. Wants to snatch back an eye he lost playing cards. An implant, I mean. Should be some easy breezy eds. You in? Catch the deets attached.
Yeah, it was really bad. And then he kept bringing up, like, talking points that he brought up in the last presidential debate. It's like, dude, say something new, bro. Say something new. The only new thing he brought up in this presidential debate, because he had nothing, because Trump hasn't been in charge of anything for the last 4 years, is that, oh yeah, now you're a convicted felon, which that case is bullshit. Any legal expert ever that isn't biased out their fucking ass would say that that case is shit. Those charges they're bringing on Trump were invented. They were invented. They didn't exist prior to this case. They invented those fucking charges that they brought against him. Alright, don't turn around. If you love our country, don't turn around. Alright, good job. America, fuck yeah. Don't get it twisted, dude. America has a lot of fucking problems. But the one thing we got going for us is that they can't blatantly try to prosecute you in certain ways. Like, it takes time. Like they can't just blatantly do it. But unfortunately, if they do really want to, I mean, they're doing it to a former president. Imagine what chance you have. This is what's scary. A lot of people don't realize this. A lot of idiot progressives and idiot people on the left don't realize this. If they can do this, if they can invent like charges and then find you guilty on bullshit. I don't know who the hell these jury members were. I heard that there was a text going around just prior to the decision of the jury that somebody said, "Oh yeah, we convicted him," which is already a mistrial right there. That came out. That somebody tweeted, "Hey, it's going to be a guilty verdict. It's already been decided. Thank you for everybody that came out and and got this conviction. Thank you very much." This was before the decision was actually finally put forward. That's a mistrial right there. All you dumbasses are calling Trump a convicted felon. That shit is getting overturned. Fucking turned. You guys are retarded. And all the liberals know, all the professional liberals know this. They know it's getting overturned. The entire trial was a sham. The judge was a piece of shit judge going against his own rulings, going against the legal system in itself. This is what the progressive left does. And all these shrill tools. Useful idiots. This is what the left does. What they do is that they cut off their nose to spite their own face. And basically what that means is that they push forward with bullshit, allegations, indictments, and everything like that, knowing it won't hold up. But it doesn't matter as long as they get, they get the cover sheet out there. Okay, who gives a fuck about the substance of whatever it is? Let's equate it to an orange. Hey, here's an orange, brand new orange. It is green now, or whatever color you want it to be. It's green now, it's delicious, you're gonna love it. And then you peel that motherfucker open and it's rotten. Or it tastes like shit because of what they had to do to make it that color. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter after the fact. Because all they want is the splash. They just want the initial reaction. That's what they want. Because this case is getting overturned, guys. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. It's getting overturned. Absolutely. The case holds no water whatsoever. I don't want to open that. I don't want to open that. Surprised I haven't got caught yet.
Huh. House is raking it in. Wonder what the boss has to say about it.
Blackmail the bar pretender to give you the implant. Nice. Let's do that. Why? Oh no! Wait. If I remember correctly, there's an access point in here. Oh, I can't force it open. Damn it! All right. Well, he has to get it regardless. Put our gun away.
None too shabby casino you got. Rotten shame you use it to rob people blind.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, sorry. I mean those files on your comp. The ones I could easily send to your regulars. That is, unless you and I can get along.
You want?
Jacob Lamb's eye. Quicker the better.
I've seen a lot of shady mugs in my time, but that guy right there, huh? That one takes the cake.
Where are you, Johnny? No, that's not Johnny. I'm hearing things again. The voices are back. Gotta go to my safe space. Come on, guy. I'm having a panic attack. I haven't got my Adderall in like a week. It's back ordered. I'll take that. Thank you.
Tell him he's not welcome here, and these are you.
Oh, what a shame. What a shame. Thanks. I'm so glad I didn't get ripped off. Thank you.
I have money.
Damn. Damn. You don't gotta do that, ma'am.
I'll fuck you up, motherfucker!
Now you're going short circuit, buddy. Boom. What? I didn't hit anybody? Oh, I might have killed this guy. That's why. Damn. That's what you get, buddy. You're a piece of shit. Can't just give me brownie points, man. Why is it like right here? Why is it trying to take me somewhere else?
Done and dusted. Jacob sends you his heartfelt thanks. Also says he'll, keep a closer eye on his implants from now on. Closing the gate.
You probably said that was a dumb joke. Stupid. Okay. Well, we got that one to that level. Well, what kind of build am I going for again? Okay, we're definitely doing the intelligence. That's what we want. Okay. Are we doing a cyber ninja? We want silent. So in order to get silent, we can't be up and close and personal. So we need cool. Yeah, cool would be the next one. I'm going for stealthy. Yeah. Monowire and all that stuff. So what do we got here? RAM cost for each unique. Nah, I don't like that. 15% upload speed. At least 2 quick hacks. That's fine. No. That's actually pretty good. Hi guys, you don't see me. I'm not here. Downright pleasure doing business with you. V, your work shows. Eddie's auto show for it too. More gigs coming your way. Nice. Dear Mr. Griffin, we don't check the contents of urns held in our columbarium. However, we do suggest you read the terms of services carefully before depositing the ashes of your loved ones here. Particular item 7.8, prohibited substances. Sincerely, Jerome Caligar, Customer Service Specialist, North Oak, Columbarium. Dear Mr. Griffin, this is Nicole Ellis representing Vion VD VC. I would like to inform you that you have recently acquired your personal debt accompanying to $6.5 million. Kindly request immediate payment. You are unable to settle your account. We will unfortunately have to initiate foreclosure and collection proceedings. If during proceedings we are unable to cover the aforementioned amount, we will also be forced to collect your implants and any biological organs. Holy fuck! As you can see, it would be in your own best interest to settle your debt in a timely manner. If you are considering leaving Night City, please note that our firm works in close cooperation with the NCPD and the South Carolina Border Patrol. Damn, man. We're not only taking your implants, we're taking your viable organs, too. That means you're dead, bro. That's one debt collection organization right there, man. Why is this guy still alerted? Jump down.
Out of here! Now!
Hey, shut up. Jeez, man, give me a freaking break. It's pretty far away. Alright, I'm taking that one. Sorry, Chooms, I'm gonna have to take this. So...
Cowardly bastard!
Oh, that could have gone better. Okay, either jalopy or this one. I think I'll take this one.
Take a wild fucking guess. Huh? Come on. What's your deal? All I'm at. Get out.
Check this out. Come on. Take a few steps. Ah! Don't mind me. Just a curious little rhino. Shit. Where the hell did you come from? Loitering around. Guy's got alligator blood. Can't get rid of. There we go. Let's go behind here and. Boys, can't get more simple than this. The warehouse, West Little China, is packed with high-end electronics. The kind we need. Make a neighborly visit and be sure to stroll out with everything that's not bolted down. But don't throw anything. What you do with the guards is your biz, but keep in mind the less witnesses, the better. Get freed. That's not nice. Gotta teach these guys some manners. Come here, man. Nuts. Next time, be more courteous. Oh shit. How the fuck did I avoid that, dude?
You hear that?
No, I didn't. Stop looking at me. Motherfucker! I said stop it! No. Well, I guess it didn't last. Come on, man. Give up your goods. Whatever. Oh, there we go. Always an access point at one of these places. You know what? I didn't even sign into chat. Alright, let me go ahead and type a little welcome to everybody if they come in. Whoops. Willow. Okay, that's not gonna work. Not you. Shit, I went too far. Trouble I can get into. How dare you guys? Picking on. Oh shit, there's two of them.
Push him out! Got some for you right here!
And just like that, I'm not. Damn cock better not fire me, man. Kept your ass alive. Oh, he's dead. Never mind. All units, Little China Warehouse number 344, 459 break-in, 1033 alarm enabled, 1066 suspicious persons. Just a routine check. And they got freaking in to watch it. Damn, bro. Anybody ever see that movie? End of Watch? Great movie. Another access point. Nice. Let's get it. You know, in the meantime, I hate listening to nothing. Let's see. No, I'm not going to go here. Give me a second. Oh, I didn't do the other one? Aw, man, come on. Thought I had it. I guess not.
A former NASA engineer from Houston just destroyed the billion-dollar AC industry by building a device that
Hold on, I gotta change the audio on this one.
summer heat, with inside temperatures reaching.
There we
If you
go.
don't want to die from diabetes, pay attention to this simple trick you can use starting tonight to balance.
This is an unmitigated train wreck.
Very conservative members on
and corporations. Please welcome the 46th
All
president
right,
of
let's
the
go
United
and listen to
States,
this.
Joe
If you
Biden.
haven't,
Oh, that's a bad walk.
if
Oh,
you
that's
haven't
a
already
bad
seen,
start.
Jesus.
Look at that. Oh my word.
I'm not. I know.
Is it just me?
No,
Let's put
it was
that
very
bad.
stiff.
Look, he does not know where he
No,
is.
he doesn't. He's at the San Diego Zoo right now. Look at Trump just
put a
took
little
a dump.
lower. It was kind of loud in my ears.
To put this guy away.
He's walking slowly and deliberately.
Look how relaxed he is.
Yeah. There's the first question answered there.
Ooh, we got all three.
Concern. President Biden, inflation has slowed, remain high. Since you took office, the price of essentials has increased. For example, a basket of groceries was $100 then.
That's bullshit.
More than 30%.
The basket.
They are worse off under your presidency than they were under President Trump.
You're right.
Oh, shut up.
Mr. Trump, look,
I gotta higher it a little bit because Biden speaks so damn low.
it's so badly handled. Many people were dying. All he said was, it's not that serious. Just inject a little bleach in your arm.
Sounds like he lost his.
Oh my God. He said just inject bleach into your arm? Okay.
It's not gonna last. His voice is already gone.
It's terrible. It's fully on. Things back together again. That's exactly what
Some
we
people
did.
across the street.
He
sounds old.
The yelling for the whole last week.
Cheerleader.
2/3 of the total jobs were recovered during the pandemic, just to
You
be
know
clear. What, rumbles back up? Okay, good.
Oh, you want some too, huh?
Job. The average household
Come
income
on,
went
man.
up $4,000.
Now you
average
can't
American
see.
under Donald Trump went down.
Ooh, buddy, I am so sorry.
And make sure we cap rents.
Can't forget about the, you know, zombie apocalypse rules. Double shot. Double tap, I should say.
Administration. And he didn't do much of that. By the time he left, things were in chaos.
How's it going on January 6th? Watch.
I said to his job, we make sure we had a situation where we brought down the price of prescription drugs, which is a major issue for many people, to $15 for.
First president in modern history to do that was Donald Trump. Bring down the cost of prescription drugs. Let's bring that up, mission control. And
That's actually pretty true.
Biden then tried to
It's
take
actually
credit for it.
true.
Also said he invented it, but he's a terrible president.
Attention all NCPD subcons. Suspected organized crime activity reported at corner of Drake and Cartwright. Tiger Claw gang members suspected of armed robbery and extortion are at the scene. Leader is Mokomichi Yamada, aka Motorboy. Cities put up a reward for the removal of Yamada and his accomplices from the area.
Will do.
Mandates. That was a disaster for our country, but other than that, we had given them back a country where the stock market actually was higher than pre-COVID, and nobody thought that was even possible. The only jobs he created are for illegal immigrants and bounce back jobs. A bounce back.
Is he committing political suicide tonight?
All right, I gotta get out of this corner, man. It's not working. Mess up my optics.
Certainly counts as a vibe moment. Take a drink.
All right, let's go. Motherfucker. Okay, that wasn't a good thing to do. Damn it.
Other things, but he made a statement. The only thing he was right about is I gave you the largest tax cut in history. I also gave you the largest regulation cut in history. That's why we had all the jobs. And the jobs went down and then they bounced back, and he's taking credit for bounce back jobs. You can't do that. He also said he inherited 9%. There's no inflation, and it's and the horns, probably the worst administration in history. There's nothing. And as far as Afghanistan is concerned, I was getting out of Afghanistan, but we were getting out with dignity, with strength, with power. He got out. It was the most embarrassing day in the history of our country's life.
3-pointer.
And record debt.
Come on, buddy.
Corporate tax was cut.
Called Hauser's Law. Since World War II.
Something which a lot of people don't like to talk about. But he had far more people.
Was that the horn or Joe?
Shit.
Right into it.
Save some of it.
I'd love to ask him, and will, why he allowed
Oh yeah, right there. Thank you. Alright, they're no longer kissing me. exploded. Poor bastard.
Well, if you didn't have the media in the whole world on it, you just lost it. Wow. I've predicted he'd do that at least 3 times tonight. There's number 1.
And that was the exact moment I was talking about earlier. How, like, yeah, he just totally fell apart.
They're trying to put them on social security. What's happened to our country in the last 4 years is not to be believed. Foreign countries, I'm friends with a lot of people. They cannot believe what happened to the United States of America when they don't like us. He's already dead! He's already dead! Looks like a virgin. Let him take himself. He's absolutely criminal. Thank you,
This morning,
here we
the court
go.
ruled on yet another abortion.
This is easy for you, President Trump.
Went to the States. Joe Biden doesn't respect the courts. He wants to pack the courts.
Damn straight.
And the whole abortion thing is essentially pretty simple, guys. It's like, can you take a life in the name of convenience?
Talk to his grandbaby.
In the name of convenience. Do you take a life in the name of convenience? If the answer is no, then there you go.
The Supreme Court just approved the abortion bill, and I agree with their decision to have done that, and I will not block it. And if you look at this whole question, complex but not really complex. 51 years ago, we had Roe v. Wade, and everybody wanted to get it back to the states. Everybody, without exception.
Here we go.
Democrats, Republicans, liberals, conservatives. Everybody wanted it back. Religious. I put 3 great Supreme Court justices on the court, and they happened to vote in favor of killing Roe v. Wade and moving it back to the states. This is something now 10 years ago we said about how many weeks and how many this and getting into other things. Every legal scholar throughout the world, the most respected, wanted to go back to the states. I did that. Now the states are working it out. If you look at Ohio, it was a little bit more liberal than you would have thought. Kansas, I would say the same thing. Texas is different. Florida is different. But they're all making their own decisions right now. And right now, the states control it. That's the vote.
Don't spend too much time on this. Terry, put it on Biden. Ask him, what's the... So, Joe, what would you do? What's the limitation? Where would you stop it? He can't answer. Toss it to Joe right now. Turn this into an opportunity.
For rape, incest, and the life of the mother. I think it's very important. But you have to get elected also, and because that has to do with other things. You got to get elected. The problem they have is they're radical because they will take the life of the child and the 8 months and 9 months and leave it off the back. If you look at the former governor of Virginia, he was willing to do this. He said, well, put the baby aside.
If Biden says that's not true, we're going to make sure it's publicly available. Ralph Northam saying, we'll make the child comfortable. We're going to decide.
I got a whole fit on it.
The country is not on this issue. It's been a great thing.
Let's see.
You're terrible, man, what you've done. The fact is that...
Redunculous.
What your circumstances are, whether you need help. The idea that states are able to do this is to so the right to the
Live from Collective Unconscious, 88.9 Pacific Dreams.
Less than 1%. Bring up the stats. Less than 1%, according to the largest surveys and data analysis that we have, for rape and or incest, and less than 0.5% are for medical necessity in the case of the fetus. It's less than 2% total. Bring it up, mission control. It's not even close.
It's the most dangerous place anywhere in the world. Consider the most dangerous place anywhere in the world.
He's doing this.
I'm sorry, honey. You didn't deserve that. Maybe you did. I don't know you all too well.
In many cases, it's a liberal decision. In many cases,
All
it's
right.
the
So what
opposite.
am I doing here?
But they're voting, and it's bringing it back to the voting
Hey,
people, which is what everybody
the-
wanted, including the founders. If they
Take a look at it. Seems a little off.
It's pretty hard to perform an abortion with a wooden stick and a monoscope.
Ooh, you're voting. You either know. Damn, that's unfortunate. What's up, buddy?
Of course you want to stay on the topic of abortion.
See how she like ushered Biden into that question? Don't worry, Biden. I know you're lost, so let me go ahead. It's the same question, buddy. I hope you remember what it was.
Here you just say, fine, we've made exceptions for that. Will you ban the other ones? Let's...
So 3 trimesters. First time is between.
And I think he actually hurt himself in this point right here, Biden, because the far left of progressives, they're not going to like this. They're not going to like that Biden said this.
Between the woman and the state.
It is absolutely true what they're saying about the former governor, Northam. He did say that they're going to allow within their state
take place every year after 22 weeks, meaning when it's violent.
that even up to breach and the delivery of the baby. If the baby's still alive, if the baby ducked and died from the failed abortion, mind you, that the woman tried to get an abortion, a late-term abortion, just before the delivery. It failed. She ends up having the baby. And then they're like, well, she doesn't want the baby. So, she don't want the baby, so we're going to get rid of it. We're just going to let it, we're just going to keep it comfortable until it just fades away. That was what they were trying to get. I think they did pass it. I'm not even sure if it was repealed.
Bring that down, bring this up. Put us in a lower third.
The infant would be resuscitated if that's what the mother and the family desired. And I regret that those comments.
There you go. Yeah. Let's go back.
Said it. You can do whatever you want.
CNN, fact check Biden on that.
It's a radical thing.
51 years.
It
Shouldn't have been. Said it was the right way to go. 51 years.
All those guys are
And it's taken
dipshits.
away because this guy put very
Wrong.
conservative members on the Supreme Court.
Wrong.
Takes credit for taking it away. What's
Yeah,
he
good.
Gonna do? What's he going to do, in fact, if the Republicans do this?
He's gonna put it more to the states. Shut up, you crazy old rapist.
He'll sign that bill. I'll be there. He'll sign it.
Good.
Yeah, talk about how you reversed his 89 executive orders on immigration and allowed 8 million illegals to be apprehended at the southern border. Record numbers.
Overwhelming border.
Ripon says 0.4% of
0.4% total. Ripon says 0.4. It's 0.6% if Biden's included in the sample study.
Given that, why should voters trust you to solve this crisis?
Because we worked very hard to get a bipartisan agreement that not only changed all of that.
He's gonna blame Trump.
Made sure that we are in a situation where you had no circumstance where they could come across the border.
Upload speed, gonna need that.
Increase there are now. We significantly
That's not true.
And that was a lie. The Border Patrol absolutely came out and said, no, we're not endorsing Biden. Quote said, we have never and never will support President Biden. That was a real tweet that they came out with. I think it was during the debate. Yeah, that was a total lie by Biden. They did not endorse him whatsoever. The boys in blue, the immigration, pretty much any law enforcement in the nation that isn't the DOJ and the corrupt FBI freaking shill fucking controlled pieces of shit that go against Trump. Every one of them supports Trump. That isn't the DOJ and the FBI and the CIA.
Just left it open, and he didn't need registration. Because I didn't need registration. The safest border in history. In the years of my presidency, we had, according to Border Patrol, who is great, and by the way, who endorsed me for president, but I won't say that. They endorsed me for president.
There you go. Do we have the confirmation? Did Mission Control send it?
Now we have the worst border in history. There's never
The site is down currently.
people that died.
Here's where the contrast.
They probably were overloaded because Biden said they endorsed me, and people went, "Whoa!"
Here's where the contrast.
Al-Qaeda person coming in.
Up until now.
There's no data to support what he said. Once again, he's exaggerating, he's lying.
11 to 380, bitch.
Topic of immigration, you've said that you're carrying out, quote, the largest domestic deportation operation in American history, unquote.
Good.
Does that mean that you will deport every undocumented immigrant in America for jobs, including those whose spouses are citizens, and including those who have lived here for decades? And if so, how will you do that?
Yes, but only Puerto Ricans. 2 Toyotas.
2 Toyotas.
and Salamania, the two greatest terrorists, biggest terrorists in the world, and it had a huge impact on He's the one that killed people with a bad one.
It's like telling somebody that's like the fucking stupid laws that they're trying to pass right now when it comes to squatters with landowners. Oh yeah, you can't just take the squatters out. Why can't we take them out? Well, because they're disenfranchised, they're poor, they got nowhere to go. So they're just gonna stay in your property. Is that cool? No, it's not fucking cool. I need money too in order to keep this fucking property. They can't stay here. Well, unfortunately, the state believes that they're disenfranchised, so you can't kick them out. What the fuck, man? Anybody that owns land and has this problem is gonna agree on this point.
I predicted this, remember? Yeah.
Incredible young girls over the last few days.
Call me Nostradamus.
Spoke to the mother, and he just had the funeral of this girl, 12 years old. This is horrible what's taken place. What's taken place in our country, we're literally an uncivilized country now. He doesn't want it to be. He just doesn't know. He opened the borders. Nobody's ever seen anything like that. Where'd you go, bless?
Look alert.
Hey, what's up, buddy? You're about to go blind. Is that cool? All right. And overheat. Ooh, that was rough.
Worse than I thought it was going to be.
Trump sounds the same as he did
2020.
Yeah.
They abandoned.
Biden reversed 89 Trump border policies by executive order. 89. He didn't just screw it up.
Just did that.
People at our border by allowing all of these people to come in. And it's a very sad day in America.
President Biden, you have the mic.
Every single thing.
Drink. Anytime the moderators cut Trump off, drink.
You know what's hilarious, dude? Like, the only reason people saying Trump's lying is because Biden's saying he's lying. Biden's the ultimate truther, man. I believe everything he says. He says he's lying, I'm gonna believe it. I'm like, dude, do your own fucking research. Check the facts, man. Check if he's lying. I can tell you one thing for sure that Biden was lying about is that the border, arm of the government never endorsed Biden. They even came out with a tweet or an X tweet or whatever you want to call it afterwards saying that, yeah, we're never going to voice Biden ever going to endorse him.
To be buried.
Which one, Joe?
I could say something right now. I'm a Trumper, and I don't like the way Trump handled the vaccine. I don't like it. He didn't mandate it, but he kept endorsing it after the fact. And, like, we didn't like that at all. The vaccine's a fucking scam, man. It's not even a vaccine, really. It's not a vaccine. Under the traditional definition of what a vaccine is, that's not what it is. Because a vaccine grants you immunity. The stupid, experimental drug that they came out in order to fight COVID, it's not a vaccine.
There's nobody
I've seen the
that's
research
better
papers. I've
or
seen
soldiers
the
than I
tests that they did in Texas with it. Okay, all it's designed to do is to block it. That's it. Once you get a little bit of it, and then you develop symptoms, you're getting the whole brunt of it, all of it.
Here we go. Agents are made up. It's just like the new thing with the 16 economists are talking. It's the same thing. 51 intelligence agents said that the laptop was Russia disinformation. It wasn't. That came from his son Hunter.
References,
Russia
bud.
disinformation. He made up the suckers and
Refill.
rumors. He should apologize.
If this was a fight, they'd stop it.
Four-star general standing beside was on their staff who said
Sorry, what?
you said it. Period. That's number one. And number two, the
Biden loves his numbers too. He kept doing this all fucking night, dude. Number 1 and number 2 and number 3. I swear he skipped numbers as he was arguing. Number 2. He went like from number 0 to number 3 in some parts of the debate. It was actually pretty funny.
Weren't you looking at your watch? Coming off.
You just think no one buys that he's going to be stronger on the border. No one buys. Even Democrats don't buy that he's better for the military. They just he can't sell it.
Its bid to
Our veterans and our soldiers can't stand this guy.
I don't have any refills here, so I'll drink water.
Get it. Refill for Steven now.
That's based on every single as far as
I wanted the sauce.
if we had a real president.
And you know what the other funny thing was is that Biden's freaking looks. If you look at the looks he was giving as President Trump was speaking, he looked so lost, confused. He looked like he was having a stroke sometimes. It was bad, man. He looked asleep a lot of the time. Like, I looked at different reactors streaming the debate, and they were like, he's asleep. He's asleep.
He watched that and he saw these. He should have fired those generals like I fired the one that you mentioned. And so he's got no love lost. But he should have fired those generals. No general got fired for the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country, Afghanistan. When Putin saw that, he
Also,
said,
giant pallets of cash and
I think he just killed himself. He was like
You know what? Of course, the world sees weakness.
in a million years.
The point Trump is making here, he's being a little long-winded, is that the world is seeing weakness. You compare both Obama and Biden and Donald Trump. No new war started. With Biden, you look at the North Korea-Russia alliance, which is a very unlikely alliance. You look at the Ukraine war. You look at the war that's happening. You look at the Afghanistan trouble. You look at the strengthening of ISIS. You look at the Iranian invasion. You look at under Obama Crimea. It's undeniable. Code Pink, where are you? You cackling.
We're in a situation where, let's take the last point first.
It sounds so horrible.
Attacked American troops, killed and caused brain damage for a number of these troops, and he did nothing about it.
Were you one of them?
He said they're just having headaches. That's all it is. He didn't do a thing when the attack took place, number one. Number two.
Did he just say
Here
that
goes the
Donald
numbers
Trump
again.
said they're just having
Number
headaches?
1, number 2, and number 3, number infinity. I'm at, where am I at? I'm at 2,884.
I don't know what he's talking about. He's incoherent.
I think, no. I go back to 2,881. I'm sorry. But I was my train of thought. I apologize. But I was talking about how, corn pop was a bad dude. That's number 1. I mean 2,881. Sorry. Getting confused sometimes. 2 million.
Let's not tar and feather the good name of all the old people in this country who aren't serial incestuous pedophiles, okay? He's just a bad person and his soul is escaping his body.
For 1 minute, I just want to go back to my original
He's
question.
never sounded older or looked older.
Terms acceptable to you? Keeping the
No, they're
territory
not
in Ukraine.
acceptable. No, they're not acceptable. But look, This is a war that never should have started. If we had a leader in this war, he led everybody along. He's given 200.
I just broke that guy's back. Absolutely.
Delivered yet. The principle is the same. A lot of money. Zelensky has 2 yachts.
Look at Joe.
I'm not knocking anything.
Look, he hasn't blinked in a minute.
The money that we're spending.
Oh, and that was the other point that people were making. That Biden was like cracked out of his mind at some points because his eyes were so wide when they're so small most of the time. It was like the drugs he had taken prior were like kicking in and out. Like he took a bad batch or
He said,
something.
I'll have that war settled. He'll go, oh, these crazy promises. Remember when he said, we're going to put the embassy in Jerusalem? Remember when he said...
They try to even him out. They try to even him out. They gave him way too much Adderall. So like we need to downgrade him. Here, Joe, smoke this doobie real quick. Are they gonna blow it in his face? Because if he tries to inhale too hard, he might end up, you know, having a panic attack or going into hyperventilation.
Belarus. What do you think happens to those NATO countries? It's just they want to war. Weapons we make here in the United States, we're giving them weapons.
Oh, so giant kickback, no-bid weapons contract. Then he'll turn around and bitch about the military-industrial complex.
It's the Honeywell.
Thank you. Moving on to the Middle East. In October,
I think now they'll be made by
Hamas
KitchenAid.
attacked Israel, killing more than 1,000 people and taking hundreds
Hey,
of
Joe,
hostages.
bend over.
I have a blender that doubles as a hydrogen bomb.
Americans. Israel's response has killed thousands of Palestinians and created a humanitarian crisis in Gaza.
Shut up.
President Biden, you've put forward a proposal to resolve this conflict. But so far, Hamas has not released the remaining hostages, and Israel is continuing its military offensive in Gaza.
She's been using
So
brand
what
X.
additional leverage will you use
She's been
to
using
get
brand
Hamas
X.
and Israel to
Look at him,
end
he
the
looks
war?
scared.
You have 2 minutes.
Him and his fucking numbers, bro. Hilarious.
It's always number 2.
Security Council.
Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 200, 485,003.
First stage hostages or
Doesn't he have his own stream?
Yes, it does. I like that guy.
Because the radical leftists love Hamas. Was it $6 billion to Iran? I believe it was $6 billion is the number we're looking for. The ship was the He's losing his voice. I know. He sounds like a little kid on the stand in Miracle on 34th Street.
Initiate overload. Oh, come on, man. That didn't get him at all.
After the second tune.
Reboot. Come on, you sucker, Brian. Read
Who would have believed it was?
Yeah, take that.
Who would have believed
Bitch.
Spent $100 billion or maybe more than that, less than us. Why didn't you call them? So you got to put up the money like I did.
Oh,
with
jeez,
NATO.
look
I
at
got to put up hundreds of billions of dollars. The Secretary General.
Blink for a full minute.
It looks like one flew over the cuckoo's nest. You know what I mean? When they're all built up?
Yes. They coming back on the boat.
You got to ask these people to put up the money. We're over $100 billion more spent, and it has a bigger impact on them because of location, because we
Stop
have an
moving.
ocean.
Can't believe I missed that quote. Bigger fail.
Hamas Israel's the one that wants to go. He said the only one who wants to keep going is Hamas. Actually, Israel is the one. And you should let him go and let him finish the job. He doesn't want to do it. He's become like a Palestinian. He's a good bad Palestinian. He's a weak one.
He's a very bad Palestinian. Like there's any other kind. What? Come on.
Like maybe. Depends on if they pay. There's the little Palestinian that could. I think I can kill Jews. I think I can kill Jews.
What happens if we continue to go into NATO? There's an Article 5 agreement. Attack on one is attack on all. You want to start the nuclear war.
And you want to make Ukraine part of NATO?
Go in and control.
Think about that.
And then move on to what happens then. He has no idea what the hell he's talking about. By the way, like 50 other nations.
Dude, that is comical coming from Biden. You don't know what he's talking about.
Right. Look at Trump's face, Donald Trump's face when Biden's talking. He's alert, he's going, I got him, dead to rights, just like when he showered with his daughter. He's got him. Whereas Biden's going, huh? Shit.
Literally.
Would you support the creation of an independent Palestinian state?
That's a stupid question. You're a stupid bitch.
I call it Mar-a-Lago West.
That's a stupid question,
So they
stupid
kill us
bitch.
on trade. I made great trade deals with the European nations. Because if you add them up, they're about the same size economically. Their economy is about the same size as the United States. And they don't want no cars. No, they don't want anything that we have. But we're supposed to take their cars, their food, their everything, their agriculture. I changed that. But the big thing I changed is they don't want to pay. And the only reason that he can play games with NATO is because I got them to put up hundreds of billions of dollars. I said, and he's right.
You gotta be clear on NATO, guys. Let's fact check this. You're supposed to spend 2% of your GDP. The United States was the only nation that had done it, and then under Donald Trump, they finally started getting close. So we foot the bill for the rest of the world, and Europe hates us until they say, "Oh, please, we hope the Americans
Why can't
come
I
save
do
us."
overload,
That's
damn it?
sort of amalgamation of all the shitty European
Well, I
accents.
can do it with that one, though. That didn't work for you. Where are you going?
Oh, here we go. Trump's ready for this, I guarantee. Don't please sleep it. Watch, he's ready.
Yep. What do you say to voters who believe that you
All right,
finally
come on.
too much, January 6th and worry that you'll do it again?
January 6th, we had a great border. Nobody coming through, very few. On January 6th, we were energy independent. On January 6th, we had the lowest taxes ever.
Look like you got a fever, bro. That's pretty bad. Oh, nut shot all over the place. And your friend. Dang, wow.
We're now laughed at. We're like a bunch of stupid people. What happened to the United States' reputation under this man's leadership is horrible.
Watch, they're gonna follow up and ask him about the specifics of January 6th. They won't let him do it.
I didn't like that.
They won't let him do it because they want to try and hang him on it. But guess what? It won't work.
No, they won't work, but I wouldn't.
What I tell you?
Oh, that was a shit answer. That was too much of a pivot. Too obvious.
2021 and worry that
Well, I didn't say that to anybody. I said
Now you-
peacefully and
That's
patriotically.
the answer.
And Nancy
That's
Pelosi
what you just said.
news from 2 years ago.
Trump 24. Get $24 off a month because we will be there election night to cover that victory and to protect it with boots on the ground.
Yeah,
and
dude. Like
real-time
that's
data
another
so
thing
that
that's going to be
the
going on in this
monitors
next
die of
election.
darkness. How about
You
that?
best
Well,
believe there's
that's
going to be a
not
bunch of people
copyrighted.
on
If
the
it is,
ground trying to
fuck me, bro.
prevent what happened last time. Last election in 2020 was a complete monogamy. Not what would you say? Anomaly to where they have never stopped the count ever in the entire history of the general election. They've never stopped the count, but yet last year they stopped the count because Trump was winning, and they were like, okay, there's a price burst in, I forget what was it in Georgia, and then we're gonna stop counting for whatever reason. It's getting kind of late over there in Pennsylvania, and we're gonna stop counting just because it's getting late, which is bullshit. Because in the past that's never happened. And then all of a sudden, at 4 a.m. in the morning, these hundreds of thousands of votes came in for Biden. In the middle of the night, when they said they weren't going to count, they weren't going to start the count until 10 a.m. the next morning. And then all of a sudden, within an hour, he gets like damn near 1 million votes in Pennsylvania. It's like, whoa, dude, that is hella suspicious. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. Come on, man. You cannot deny the suspiciousness of that right there.
Because he's an empty suit wrapped in a depends.
Sentences and say that no, he went to every single nation cases, scores of cases, including the Supreme Court, and they said no, this guy is responsible for doing what was done. He didn't do a damn thing.
What?
And these people should be in jail.
What? He's switching cases. He started off and saying the election was fair and, you know, balanced, and then he went on to say, oh no, like the January 6th people. Dude, what are you talking about, bro?
Trespassing when they were invited in, and you knew it, Joe. And so did Kinzinger, and so did Liz Cheney. As far as I'm concerned, that's as close as it gets to treason, which we all know the penalty for treason. When he just said they should
death,
be
by
in
the
jail,
way.
that's
Anybody not in
American
the know of
citizens.
that.
Take the dumbest one of the lot, the QAnon shaman. He said be peaceful and was invited in. This president wants to talk about democracy. If you disagree with him and he can catch you on it, he wants you in jail. The good news is he has 70,000 new IRS agents to enforce it. You think that maybe you wrote off a business expense you shouldn't? A haircut? Guess what? He thinks you should be in jail. That's an authoritarian prick. That's Mussolini without the fucking charm.
Hey, don't be bringing the guineas into this.
I apologize. Whole pot. Okay.
Gone now out of office, and Democrats, all Democrats, they destroyed and deleted all of the information they found because they found out we were right. We were right. And they deleted and destroyed all of the information. They should go to jail for that. If a Republican did that, they'd go to jail.
Thank you, President Trump. President Biden, I want to give you a minute.
Is he talking
The
about
only
Hillary?
person in this
He's talking about the commission, January 6th.
right now.
Brought up his felony drink.
Oh yeah.
Bring the drinking game rules back up. For people who are new to the stream,
Nobody believes that, Joe.
anytime he brings up his felonies,
Felony, Biden moment, Thug Life moment, moderator.
Biden brings up his felonies, Trump represents Hunter Biden. Finish drink when Biden freezes or uncomfortably long type of pause, or if he poops.
And if you're playing any type of drinking game during this debate, you would have been wasted by like 20 minutes in.
The debates we had first time around. I said, will you
People can hear you. You're on the microphone, even if you whisper.
I don't give a fuck.
He's whispering the whole fucking debate.
Will you denounce?
Especially when I went to Dana and said, pull my finger.
We're talking about now? You denounce the people who attacked that Capitol?
Yes.
What are you going to do?
Need to buy some. Yeah.
I'm going to give you a minute, President Trump, for a follow-up.
Hold on, pause. Did you see? He never allows Donald Trump to toss it to Biden, but if he thinks Biden's a gotcha, he asks Trump to answer. What a bitch.
That's exactly what I was talking about, man. They were subtly, like, on Biden's side. They tried their best to hide it, but you can't pay that shit, man.
You have every right to go after your political opponents.
Well, I said my retribution is going to be success. When I make this country successful, my retribution is going to be success. But when he talks about at a very high level, his son is going to be convicted. Probably
Mentioned Hunter Biden. Bring up the drinking game rules for people who are missing it.
His Justice Department let the statute of limitations lapse on the most important things. But he could be a convicted felon as soon as he gets out of office. Joe could be.
Watch, Biden's going to say that's not true, that's conjecture. Watch.
B, got a rat problem on my block. Who doesn't, right? Thing is, these rats are human-sized. Look just like tiger claws, too. Biggest one is a certain Taki Kinmochi. So do your fixer a solid and neutralize her ass, will ya? Feet's attached.
Unless you change the prosecutor having to do with the son. This man is a criminal. This man I did nothing wrong. We have a system that is rigged and disgusting. I did nothing wrong.
I love it.
Thank you, President Trump. President Biden, you
Love
have
it.
said, I'm coming right to you, sir.
I gotta go to bed.
Over here. He's giving him I told you. What did I tell you? It's one of the rare instances where he's going to cover for him.
It's simply a lie, number one. Number two,
There comes the numbers again.
Outrageous. Okay, Johnny Cochran.
Outrageous. And then the numbers. 251,000. No, 253. I'm sorry. I get confused sometimes.
in our history.
vice president never showered with their 9-year-old daughter before, but I guess there's a first for all of us. Yeah, I'm playing a conservative.
For doing a whole range of things, having sex with a porn star while you're waiting.
How about sex with your niece?
Yeah, did anybody hear about that? About the Joe Biden's niece's diary, where she wrote in there that she was having baths with Joe when she was 11 years old. It's like, what the hell?
A high-ranking official at DOJ into the Manhattan DA's office to start that case.
True.
That case is
Perry and attack. Perry and attack. Don't spend time with it.
Terrible judge, a horrible judge, Democrat. The prosecutor.
Just say it's
were all
bogus, go right to Biden.
Democrats appointed people, and both the civil and the criminal. He basically went after.
Too much time. Perry, go to Biden.
That's your problem, dude.
Cases, because they understand it better than he does. But when they found out about this case, he and we took in more money in the last.
For president, voting against American
He just here's one thing that Donald Trump never does.
That's what it's all
He's
about.
never attacked the
One
Democrat
less tiger
voters.
in his task.
Only attacked the Democrat Party.
Appreciate your problem-solving skills, Speed.
The voters.
Get closed.
He hates you. Do you understand this? Do you understand that the left actually hates you? He just told you that you're voting against democracy. If you vote against him, this is the guy who said that Donald Trump will not be candidate. He will use any legal remedies possible available at his disposal. He hates you. They are trying to steal the election from you, and it's not Dominion. It's not the ghost of Chavez. Biden hates you. Donald Trump doesn't hate the Democrat voter. He genuinely feels empathy because he knows that they're being tricked. Biden is the one who's trying to trick you. Trump 24, we are going to be there election night, and I am going to be pissed. You can remove me from YouTube, you can remove me from Twitter, you can remove us from Facebook. I don't give a shit. Strike us all, strike as many times as you want. Just expect to strike back. These people hate you, and they don't want the United States of America to remain the fucking United States of America. He just insulted half the country, not the political leadership. That's not normal, Joe. It's not normal. You're sick.
He did it a year into his presidency.
100% exoneration on this, so he just keeps it going. He says he ran because of Charlottesville. He didn't run because of Charlottesville. He ran because it was his last chance. And he's not equipped to be president. You know it, and I know it. It's ridiculous. We have a debate. We're trying to justify his presidency. His presidency, he's without question, the worst president, the worst presidency in the history of our country. We shouldn't be having a debate about it. There's nothing to debate. He made up the Charlottesville story, and you'll see it's debunked all over the place. Every anchor has, every reasonable anchor has.
They even just admitted it. Snopes just admitted that he said, "I'm condemning neo-Nazis and white supremacists totally." Biden has last election's talking points.
Biden looks like a painting of a president on a wall at the White House.
Yeah, yeah. If someone like accidentally sprayed insecticide on it and it got all weepy.
Listen. Somehow that's the only reason I ran. I ran because I was worried about like this guy being elected.
You ran in 1988 and you had to be booted for plagiarism, you old coot.
Carrying those
you weren't bright, but you were bright.
Torches, and he didn't deserve to be president. Didn't deserve to be president at all. And the idea that he's talking about is being fabricated. We saw it with our own eyes. We saw it with we saw the people breaking through the windows. We saw people occupying his own vice president. Look, there's a reason why 40 of his 44 top cabinet officers refused to endorse him this time. His vice president
he keeps going, right? His place. These people who I know, it's like an angry, bitter ex-wife. It's like, I know someone who doesn't like him.
Yeah,
Shut
talk
up.
about unlikable. First commercial break.
Okay, first commercial break. Look, guys, we have a major announcement. By the way, again, first off, Trump 24. Enter in that promo code at ladderwithcreditor.com/mugclub. We are going to own election night from legacy media. No one has the infrastructure that we have. It's cost millions of dollars. We need quite a bit more to make sure that we have everything that could possibly be tracked down, every single rabbit hole we can go down. We will have every tool at our disposal. Use Trump 24, you get $24 off. Election night, November 5th, 2024. We will be the best. I give you that promise, or I will retire forever. You'll never see me after the day of November 5th, 2024, if we are not the best stream on earth. It's okay, you can go take a tinkle.
You think your show's gonna be better than Cold Bears? What are you, an asshole? Hey! Hey! Do it like
What, you an asshole? Come on, man.
And something else too. I want to toss this really quickly. You can subscribe to this. A lot of
you're
you have asked,
tossing
hey, I
now,
don't know where to
huh?
start because you're overloaded in the information
We don't
tech
toss
page.
over here, buddy.
And if information is everywhere, information is kind of nowhere. So we are launching a new podcast. You can subscribe to it tomorrow on the Louder with Crowder Network or Mug Club Network, wherever you subscribe to this show on audio. It's called 3 in 3. It's 3 key facts on any given topic that you care about most in 3 minutes or less. And we make all of the references publicly available. In my time here, working not only on this show, but being at Fox News, actually at CNN, HLN, appearing on MSNBC, BBC, Sky News, invariably you will come into 3 arguments that make up 90% of the arguments that you'll hear. 3 kind of key issues. If you have 3 key facts and know them well, you can have a firm grasp in 3 minutes or less. We are launching it anywhere podcasts are available tomorrow. Here's the story. Welcome to 3 in 3. 3 key facts in 3 minutes or less on the topics you care about most. Immigration. Key fact number 1, the annual cost of illegal immigration to the American taxpayer. According to the Federation for American Immigration Reform, in 2023, illegal immigration cost the United States taxpayer at least $150 billion. Some note the cost as high as $451 billion, as reported by House Republicans. Key fact number 2, the relative cost of the border wall. Most estimates for the one-time cost of President Donald Trump's proposed border wall come in between $11 billion and $20 billion, with the biggest outlier being a 2017 estimate by Senate Democrats that put the cost at $70 billion. So comparing key fact number 1 and 2, the cost of the border wall, splitting the difference at $20 billion or so, would still be far less than the recurring cost of a minimum of $150 billion all the way up until $451 billion. Key fact number 3, illegal immigration and crime. While the numbers are granted hard to study because there haven't been many thorough studies conducted on the matter, we do know that illegal immigrants make up 27% currently of the federal prison population, 27% of the general population. Is that 100% of crime committed by illegal immigrants should never have happened in the first place. This has been I'm Steven Crowder. If you want to learn more, you can read weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern on Rumble, YouTube.
All right, they're coming back to the debate. It has been a bloodbath so far. Joe Biden is barely on his feet. And it's way worse. Give me the music here. I need to hear speaker in here, please, sir.
Causes, and Black Americans are imprisoned at 5 times the rate of white Americans.
Well, stop committing crimes. Fuck.
Disappointed that you haven't made more progress.
Unbelievable.
Stop breaking the law.
Unbelievable.
Stop breaking the law, asshole.
She just asked that question. What is this, 1958? It's simple.
Black unemployment is the lowest.
Jesus H.
It's saying the same thing.
I know.
If Joe wanted to have a chance, he'd go, oh, you commit a lot of crime.
Segregation exists among these corporate.
This guy hung out with Bird, by the way.
You just had a break, Joe.
He went to Bird's funeral.
Dude, like, he's inadvertently being extremely prejudiced right now. Oh, you know, black people, they need help all over the board, you know, they can't get a first date in the corporate world, you know, everybody's against them, they keep telling them, you can't be this, you can't be that. I'm the only one that says, you know, maybe you can. You know, I'll help you out. You know, you need my help. You can't get there on your own, buddy. You can't get there on your own. You're gonna need to go ahead and let me help you. But you know, you might owe me a favor. You might owe me a favor here and there. Just be aware of that.
Just put this out. To be clear, we never have and never will endorse Biden. Fact check.
Oh, baby.
Boom.
I'm coming right back.
You have 49 seconds left. What do you say to black voters who are disappointed with the progress so far?
I say I don't blame them for being disappointed. Inflation is still hurting them badly. For example, I provided for the idea that any black family, first-time homebuyer, should get a $10,000 tax credit to be able to buy their first home, so they can get started.
That's nothing.
We're in a situation where all those black families and those black individuals who provided had to take out student loans.
That $10,000 should be the down payment. Tax credit? Shit. Make that their down payment, motherfucker.
If they paid their bills for 10 years.
And that won't even cover the down payment in most homes nowadays. You should just make it a blanket statement. All right, if they want to go ahead and pay this thing, then go ahead and put down. I'll put down the down payment or whatever it is, up to like a certain amount. You can don't go into the millions of dollars. Like be reasonable here, okay, people.
And it's killing black families and Hispanic families and just
No, that's abortion, but close enough.
It's killing people. They can't buy groceries anymore. They can't. You look at the cost of food where it's doubled. They're gonna have to start tripled and quadrupled. They can't live. They're not living anymore. He caused this inflation. I gave him
blacks. Vote for Trump.
No inflation. It was perfect. It was so good. All he had to do is leave it alone. He destroyed it with his Green New scam and all of the other.
He is on his game tonight.
I could use a refill.
The fact is that his
black voters in the 2020 election, Donald Trump got 7, now he's at 18, and he's winning Latinos.
They're taking black jobs now, and it could be 18, it could be 19, and even 20 million people. They're taking black jobs, and they're taking Hispanic jobs, and you haven't seen it yet, but you're going to see something that's going to be the worst.
46 to 40 with Hispanics, Biden. Hey, you're a marvel.
What's he talking about? He's talking about COVID.
That was a lie too. 15% unemployment? No, it wasn't. Economists predicted 15% unemployment due to the shutdowns. It wasn't 15. It went up to like 6.4, if I remember correctly. 6.4. That was a lie in itself. And they're all saying that Trump lied the entire time. Biden was lying through his fucking ass.
Audit them. Weapons available at ladoscarter.com.
Providing for equity.
No, it's not.
Nobody.
No one, when people are starving, no one gives a fuck about climate crisis. And that's a scam too.
You're just gonna sit there forever.
You ever look at the weaponization of Antarctica? You care about that?
Weather.
Just go back to what you said about.
I could go back to that lie, please.
Most every police group in the nation from every state is Donald J. Trump.
Fact check true.
What he's done to the black population is horrible, including the fact that for 10 years he called them super predators. We get
What else did he call them?
Well, Hillary. I remember Hillary saying that.
Really quickly, bring up the soundbite.
Yeah.
Just do it once.
Do it again. Hurry.
He got it from Hillary, though.
We have a nigger mayor. We don't need any more nigger big shots.
Oh,
Forgot about that one.
Incredibly great senator from South Carolina.
And I say this as a known racist.
It was a great idea. One of the most successful economic development
Really is true, though.
ever in the country.
He's way more of a racist.
The biggest beneficiary of black We have the best numbers with them in.
Yep, 1993. Biden warned about predators on our streets, referring to black men.
Double since last year his support from black
much of the black population, because he's done a horrible job for black people. He's also done a horrible job for Hispanics.
Eskimos.
But wait till you see these millions of people pouring into our country, and they're going to take the jobs, and it's already started, and you haven't seen anything yet. It's a disaster.
He didn't use all his
You're
time.
just gonna sit there forever.
Discipline? You got it. You want discipline? Here's a push-up contest.
And I want absolutely
Cock push-ups.
We had H2O. We had the best.
We had H2O.
We got the cleanest H2O there ever was. It's so clean, even the Virgin Mary herself was like, wow.
H2O.
Ever. And by the time that statistic just before I walked on the stage, actually.
He's not even getting all his time. He's so confident.
I'm effing awesome, I be keeping with the rosters. Yeah, I put the sauce in your noodle, make it pasta. Live fast, give a rat's ass, crash the bomb. Walking nightmare, right chair, I'm a monster.
Because he's been going through it. Talk about this tonight. The persecution is coming to an end. And I mean it. I truly believe it.
Come on then. Time to tinker.
Laboratories, you know, like any black student is capable in college of doing any white student can do. They just have the money.
What?
now to be able to
Oh
get
my
these
God.
Jobs in high tech.
Oh boy, that was so quick.
Is that what he said?
Regular student.
He said poor kids are just as capable as white kids. That's what he said. He just said it again.
That's bad.
He can't stop the racism. I wish I loved anything as much as Joe Biden loves being racist.
The Paris Peace Accord, Climate Accord. I immediately joined it because if we reach 1.5 degrees Celsius at any one point where there's no way back.
Okay,
The only
follow me
existential
here.
threat to humanity is climate change, and he didn't do a
Joe
damn thing
Biden just
about
mentioned the
it.
climate accord. It's a disaster. He thinks he has an ace in the hole, and he's laughing. It's a different tenor and tone.
I can't
He
hear you
knows
over
he's
there.
got it.
Yeah.
Biden has no look at this. He has no confidence right now while Donald Trump talks. Donald Trump, confident when Biden talks.
Absolutely.
It's like a good actor away from the puck. You can tell by the reaction.
And it was a disaster. But everything that he said just now, I'll give you an example. I heard him say before insulin. I'm the one that got the insulin down for the seniors.
Fact check
I
true.
took care of the seniors. What he's doing is destroying
That's a
all of our
dunk.
medical programs because the
Drink will bring up a
migrants
fact
come in,
check and make
they
the
want
reference publicly
everybody-
available. Donald Trump brought down the cost of
I have the
insulin.
biggest heart in the
Joe
state
Biden
that
claimed he
does that.
invented insulin.
And I want to take care of people. But we're destroying our country.
Penicillin.
They're taking over our schools,
No,
our hospitals.
he claimed he invented
They're
insulin.
taking over
kidding.
Social Security.
He actually did that.
He is destroying Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid.
We haven't even touched.
Boom, look, done.
The idea is
Haven't even touched on
that
DEI yet.
we were the only ones of consequence. We're not members of the Paris Accord. How can we do anything? if we
What
not
about
able-
China,
the
Joe?
United States can't get its
Are they not of
under control.
consequence with their
One of the
bring up
largest
the
polluters in
chart
the
of carbon emissions?
Number one.
We're the only ones of
This is the
consequence.
most carbon.
Who emits the most carbon, Joe? The reason we're not in it, or the reason we shouldn't be in it, because China's not, dummy.
And we're continuing to make progress.
And that's absolutely
every
true for
single one of
anybody
you
not in the
stopped
know.
driving
The biggest
and even stopped public
perpetuators
transit,
of
stopped
pollution in
your
the
gas
air
stoves,
and pollution
stopped
on the
heating and
planet
cooling your
is
houses
China,
tomorrow.
India,
It makes
and
zero
Russia,
difference
and
because China's
none of
a
them
dipshit,
are on the
and
Paris
they're not
Climate
in the
Accords.
accord.
He has the biggest heart up here, and he's really concerned
Fact check.
about
There you go. Thank you. That's why we have the best team in the world. Thank you, guys.
I thought that was a pride patch.
education. Oh, by the way, with
What
regard
kind of
to
show is this?
prescription drugs, one company
We don't want to split the
agreed
demo.
that they would reduce the price to $35, which I was calling for, one, voluntarily. I made sure every company in the world, every pharmaceutical company.
Look at Donald.
Thank you.
Look at
And by
Donald.
the way,
And by the way,
Why did he stop?
It was like my pet hamster when I was a kid, and I accidentally filled his water with nicotine fluid.
Why'd he stop?
There's no better time, guys.
Did he get
Crowder
the
Shop-
red light?
Go to crowdershop.com and enter in the promo code Biden sucks. 20% off. You get merch like this. I'm voting for the.
I think Biden's been seeing the light all night.
I love it. Go do
just
it
can't
right
walk
now.
towards
20%
it.
off.
White
Biden
one.
sucks.
At the end
Crowdershop.com.
of the tunnel.
of their income, of
He's
their
come
paycheck,
across as
every
old,
single time
unlikable,
their paycheck
angry,
I'm 18 years old. The idea that they're gonna, I'm proposing that everybody, they pay, the millionaires
pay their fair share.
1%. So no
Top
one
50% of earners pay 97% of taxes. Fact check true.
And how many jobs are they
50% pay 97% of taxes. And when Donald Trump took office, we had the highest corporate tax rate in the industrialized world. That means more than Germany. That means more than France. That means more than England. That means more than any place you can name. We used to be behind the liberal progressives in Europe and the old world. We've now superseded them.
The biggest thing I'll do if we defeat this man, because he thinks there's plenty to.
You're not trying to defeat a man now, Joe. You are fighting a specter. You are fighting a shadow that looms over you, and you are terrified. There aren't enough depends in the world to save your slacks.
Supports is in
Think he's
fact
got slacks
want
on?
to cut it as well. The
I have no idea. I don't know what slacks are.
We don't need to protect our seniors. It's ridiculous.
Naked
We
from the
put,
waist down.
and by the way,
Got a bucket
the
behind him.
American public
He's
has
got his niece
better
off
healthcare
stage.
coverage today than ever before. And on the ACA, as I said, we're in a circumstance where 400,000 people, 40 million people would not have insurance because they have a pre-existing condition. Only thing that allows them to have that insurance is the fact that they, in fact, are part of the ACA. And by the way, the other thing is, in a situation where we talk about education for black communities, I've raised the amount of money for Pell Grants by another $8,000.
But you haven't raised the performance, Joe. The key demographic here cares about the performance. The key metric that matters is performance, Joe. Bring up the fact check. There are more people in schools in America, especially black schools in America, I don't remember the district, who are actually scoring a majority, are failing literacy and basic math. And that's new. That's new, Joe. It's new.
How long have we been throwing money at that problem? Since I was 10. That's right, the early 40s.
We mentioned Russia, Ukraine. Everything he
You
does
carry
is
it
a
well.
lie. It's misinformation and disinformation. The losers and suckers story that he made up is a total lie on the military. It's a disgrace. But Social Security, he's destroying it. Because millions of people are pouring into our country, and they're putting them onto Social Security. They're putting them onto
$150 billion to $425 billion a year illegal immigration costs the American taxpayer. Fact check that shit. It's not even close. $20 billion to build a wall. That's absolutely true. $150 billion, low end, $425 billion. You don't think that takes money from Social Security? Donald Trump is on it tonight. Joe Biden just lost the election. The media can't fix it. Expect big tech to go into overdrive. They're panicking. Trump24, louderwithcrowder.com/mugclub, $24 off. We'll be there.
That general got fired.
Link in the description. Click the link. It makes it easy. Or you're gay.
Click the button on Rumble.
But he said it. Number one. Number two.
And it was 40% in Baltimore, Stephen.
What is it? 49% of high schools.
40% of high schools in Baltimore had 0 students test proficient in math.
Yeah. Proficient. 46% of all schools in Baltimore had 0.
40%.
That's because
40% had 0. I'm looking at a small screen.
That math be racist, man.
That's right, bro.
Shit.
Y'all.
Vowels and consonants.
Special ed programs scored higher. I'm serious.
Holy
They
God.
did.
And inflation's going to increasingly go up. And by the way, worst president in history, 159 presidential scholars voted to him the worst
He
president.
kee's going. I know a guy who knows somebody who said something.
I know a guy that knows a
It's not
guy,
gonna win
man.
the American people.
He's
flailing.
flailing is right.
Have tried to address this issue, but the average cost of child care in this country has risen to more than $11,000 a year per child for many families.
Well, Biden has a plan for that. You kill the kids.
Is more
Or just don't acknowledge him like his
in
granddaughter.
your second
No, you
term,
kill the
what can you
fetuses.
do to make child care more affordable?
Just to go back, the general got fired because he was no good. And if he said that, that's why he made it up. But we have 19 people that said I didn't say it, and they're very highly respected, much more so than him. The other thing
Snopes
is,
even came out and said that he didn't
he
say
doesn't
that.
fire
Yep.
people.
Fact check true. Snopes said he didn't say it.
Biden
Biden is using talking points that are so old, it's not even close. That's the wrong Snopes.
Not the very fine people one.
Not easier to fire
Anybody want to bet me?
The one about losers and suckers.
Yeah, losers and
I
suckers.
inherited this.
Does anybody want to bet me there'll be a new nominee
I know.
in 2 weeks?
Gavin Newsom's there tonight. What happened?
You and I have been simpatico.
Every
Both of you.
military man that was involved with
Christ's
that
sake.
the Afghanistan horror show, the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country. He didn't fire. Did you fire anybody? Did you fire anybody that's on the border that's allowed us to have the worst border in the history of the world? Did anybody get fired for allowing 18 million people?
Yeah, the ones that whipped the immigrants.
Many from
They're going to fact check him and say it's only 8 million, not 18 million, but those are just the apprehensions at the southern border that we know about. He did overreach there a little bit. I guarantee you that's a conservative estimate, but we have 8 million confirmed.
He's destroyed our country. Now all of a sudden he's trying to get a little tough on the border. He came out with
Good point.
No one wants to screw around with us. Nobody.
Yeah, whatever,
Number
Joe.
one.
Everyone
Number
screws
two,
around with
the
us, Joe.
idea that we're talking about worst presidents. I wasn't joking. Presidential historians, they had meetings and they voted who's the worst president in American history.
Is the comeback.
One best to worst.
And 51
They said he was the
counterintelligence people decided in the left on the rest of the
This is gonna be
Look at Trump's face away from his box. He knows he's got it. Wait for his box. He got it.
Single parents to be able to get back to work. We should encourage businesses to have.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump, the question was.
That was like one of the few times they cut his ass off. That was funny.
He's an idiot. Hold on, go.
We have other things that they rate him the worst because what he's done is so bad. And they rate me, I'll show you, I will show you. And they rate me one of the best, okay? And
don't
if I'm
get into
given
this.
another 4 years,
No
I
need to
Perry,
get to
I
the
think I'll
attack.
be the best.
Perry, attack.
Nobody's ever created an economy like us. Nobody ever cut taxes like us. He's the only one I know. He wants to raise your taxes by 4 times. He wants to raise everybody's taxes by 4 times. He wants the Trump tax cuts to expire. So everybody, including the two of you, are going to pay 4 to 5 times. Nobody ever heard of this before. All my life, I'd grow up and I'd see politicians talking about cutting taxes. When we cut taxes, as I said, we did more business. Apple and all these companies, they were bringing money back into our country. The worst president in history by far, and everybody knows it.
President Biden?
Look, the fact of the matter is that he's dead wrong about. He's increased the tariff. He will increase the
Oh my
taxes on
God!
the middle class
Drink.
people.
Biden
I said
moment.
I'd
He
never raise
will
taxes.
increase.
Bring up the drinking game rules.
He's got Trump winning.
I'm already drunk. Doesn't matter. Watch.
Bring up the drinking game rules. He
Can't
just
bail
said
out
Donald
now.
Trump will increase because he knows he's going to win.
Yes, he did.
Good point, Nick.
$2,500 a year more.
This
because they're
cup
gonna have to
smells
pay
like
the
dog
difference.
shit.
It should. Joe Lewis was sitting on
And
it.
all the things that we're reporting. Number two,
Joe Lewis is his
he's in
dog,
a
folks.
situation where he talks about how he has not
like a-
raised.
Stop it.
He somehow helped the middle class.
Smells like a urine. No, I don't really smell anything.
Devastated by it.
Want me to drink it?
Now you
No.
want a new
I like dog
tax
shit.
cut of $5 trillion
Do a cup for
over
Steve,
the next
please.
10 years, which is
Sorry,
about
there's a 9-year-old girl named Dog Shit.
bankrupt the country. You had the largest deficit of any president in America.
His voice lost the minute he opened his mouth
You
tonight.
have not, in fact,
Sounds
made
107.
any contact, any progress with China. We are the
Did you
lowest
say
trade
not make any
deficit with China
contact?
since
And then said
2010.
any progress?
Yes.
That's not even the right, wrong word.
He's not making any sense.
Millions of Americans.
Here we go.
Both of you have made a top priority in your first term the opioid crisis. And for both
What
of you,
the are we
the
talking
number of overdoses.
Take the
deaths
opioid
in this
crisis
country
back to the
has
border.
gone
That's
up.
where Donald
both
Trump
of
is
you?
strongest.
It went up. Under your term, it has gone up.
What are
Former
these
President Trump,
questions?
despite the efforts that both of you have made, more than 100,000 Americans are dying from overdoses every year, primarily from fentanyl and other opioids. What will you do to help Americans right now in the throes of addiction who are struggling to get the treatment?
What did you do to help Hunter, Joe?
Just say no.
We now have the largest deficit in the history of our country under this guy. We have the largest
guy.
deficit with China. He gets
Fact
paid by
check
China.
true.
He's a Manchurian candidate. He gets money from China. So I think he's afraid to deal with them or something. But do you notice he never took out the tariffs because we bring in so much money with the tariffs that I imposed on China. He never took them away. He can't because it's too much money. It's tremendous. And we saved our steel industries, and there was more to come. But he hasn't done that. But he hasn't cut the tariffs because he can't, because it's too much money. But he's got the largest deficit in the history of our country, and he's got the worst situation with China. China's going to own us if you keep allowing them to do what they're doing to us as a country. They are killing us as a country, Joe, and you can't let that happen. You're destroying our country.
So, President Trump, you have 67 seconds left. The question was, what are you going to do to help Americans in the throes of addiction right now who are struggling to
You're
get
an
the
ignorant
treatment they
slut,
need?
Well, we
Jake,
stopped
we're doing very
the
well
immigration
with
coming in. That was part of it.
Came along. We had the 2.5, almost 3 years of like nobody's ever had before, any country, in every way.
There we go.
And then we had to get tough, and it was the drugs pouring across the border it started to increase. We got great equipment. We bought the certain dog that's the most incredible thing that you've ever seen, the way they can spot
I think
it.
it's a Wiener
We did a lot.
Schnitzel.
And
Not
we
his
had-
dog
we
who
were getting
attacks
very
everyone who
good numbers.
works in the West Wing.
Any black Secret Service agent.
Have you seen the numbers now? It's not only the 18 million people that I believe is even low, because the gotaways, they don't even talk about gotaways. But the numbers of the amount of drugs and human trafficking in women coming across our
Mostly
border,
women.
the worst thing I've ever seen, at numbers that nobody's ever seen under him because the border's so bad. But the number of drugs coming across our border now is the largest we've ever had by far.
President Trump, thank you. President Biden?
Fentanyl and the byproducts of fentanyl went down for a while.
That's
And I
because you.
wanted to make sure we use it.
That's because your kid quit. Your kid was in rehab for a month. Yeah, motherfucker.
Fentanyl went down and methadone went up.
Deal we put together. It's bipartisan deal.
It's a bipartisan
More
deal,
fentanyl,
yes.
more be able to detect drugs, more numbers of agents, more numbers of.
Fentanyl is coming through the border. Joe Biden reversed 89 of
You know,
Donald
you're a
Trump's
stuttering little
policies
motherfucker.
through executive order, and so fentanyl is worse. It's not an opioid crisis of people going in for a wisdom tooth removed and starting to fillet somebody in an alley for Vicodin. It's drugs coming from China through the border of Mexico,
Fillet.
period.
Thank you. That's what I caught too. Fillet usage. Nice job.
That's right.
You catch a bass.
He's a
You
real
fillet
smart
it.
guy.
Well, I have a good filleting
That's what
knife.
we have to do.
You got a good fillet knife?
Machines.
The men are
All right, so this is coming through. I was worried about that.
The question is about
It makes a dirty thing
American
sound beautiful.
This because this does what Jake will do.
Perfect.
Yep.
Catch
Yep.
release. I made it catch and release in Mexico, not catch and release here. We had so many things that we had done. Hard
been dead on
negotiations with Mexico, and I got it all for nothing. It's just like when you have
Very
a hostage.
cheap.
We always pay $6 billion for a hostage. Every time we say it's a hostage. Now we have a hostage, a Wall Street Journal reporter. I think a good guy.
10 minutes left.
And he's over there because Putin is laughing at this guy, probably asking for millions of dollars for the reporter.
In his defense,
I will
we
have
traded
him.
for the merchant of death.
Yes.
As soon as I win the election, I will have that reporter out. He should have had another. He's probably asking for billions and billions of dollars because he's we paid $6 billion for 5 people.
Every
I got
time.
58 people out, and I paid essentially nothing.
To handle the toughest job in the world.
I'm fine.
Calling all NCPD subcons. Suspected organized crime activity observed in the region of Goldsmith Street.
What about after?
Scavenger presence reported, led by one Barry Alkin, wanted on charges of first-degree murder and illegal trade in cyberware. NC authorities offering payment for neutralizing Alkin and his accomplices.
More investment.
Try to assassin with a musket.
Millions of dollars in private investment.
I caught it with my teeth.
We are growing. By the way, we bought all the whole idea of computer chips. We used to have 40% of the market. We invented
What?
those chips. And we
brought a lot of people, computer chips. Yeah, great defense to the fact that you're old and demented, Joe. Drink. That's a Thug Life moment from Trump, and Joe was the one talking.
That's quite a pivot.
Billions of dollars here in the United States.
Call that non sequitur.
That's why those fabs they call that to build these chips.
Remix.
College degree.
Chips. Talk Eric Estrada next.
Invested in being built right now in the United
Look
States.
at Trump.
Significant
You're right, he's
jobs
got that. I'm gonna
for
bitch slap
Americans
him.
from all over the world.
Click the link in the description to join. $24 off tonight. Only do it now.
Trump 24. This guy has no chance if it's an even playing field. Starting tonight and tomorrow, they're going to try and twist this. Watch the spin. They want to steal this election from you. That is not hyperbole.
Damn, that sucks.
Your eyes aren't lying.
All our problems.
This is beautiful. This contrast
We're the
of
most progressive
who's
country
more
in the
fit
world,
to
getting
run,
things done.
physically,
We're
mentally.
the strongest country in the world.
Never mind what the
All of our allies.
Oh, that poor guy. Got his neck cracked.
Those things.
Oh, where are you at?
Kim Jong-un, we sent love letters to, and Putin, etc. They don't want to screw
But hold on a second. Putin and Kim Jong... Did you say Kim Jong-il? Did he mean Kim Jong-un?
He said un.
Kim Jong-un and Putin just buddied up under your watch, Joe.
Well, I took 2 tests, cognitive tests. I aced them. Both of them, as you know.
Perfect scores.
Made it public.
Definitive.
He took none. I'd like to see him take one, just one. But I took 2 cognitive tests. I took physical exams every year. Very good health. I just won 2 club championships.
Did he really?
3 under par. And I do it. He doesn't do it. He can't hit a ball 50 yards. He challenged me to a golf match. He can't hit a ball 50 yards.
This will make people get
He's following his train of thought where Biden started talking about computer chips.
Oh, it was over to make That's the thing.
Great guy when he was White House staff. Everybody ace him.
Thank you.
Look at By the way, this is the most old man argument ever. Talking about your hand again, you know. The only swinging you do is with your knees.
Gotta reload! The results of this election, regardless of who wins.
Only if it's big.
Time, and also my statement that I made one of the strongest statements you've ever seen. And it was a speech I made in front of, I believe, the largest crowd something. I wish he was a great president, because I wouldn't be here. I'd be at one of my.
I want to come back to this short-term. Hold on. Short-term memory, working memory. Donald Trump still has it. He just did it, went to an aside, and came back. A lot of people can't do that. He's still able to do it.
I can't do that. I wish he was a great president. I would rather have that. I wouldn't be here. The only reason I'm here is to so bad as a president that I'm going to make America great again. We're going to make America great again. We're a failing nation right now. We're a seriously failing nation. And we're a failing nation because of him. His policies are so bad. His military policies are insane. These wars will never end with him. He will drive us into World War III, and we're closer to World War III than anybody can imagine. We are very, very close to World War III.
Boom, just stole that point from them. They tried, remember when Eminem had his cipher and he said there was going to be a nuclear holocaust because of Donald Trump? We are absolutely closer to World War III than Biden and any other president.
Look at Biden's defeated. Look at his face.
Oh, shit, he's right.
World War III. Let him follow and win, and let Putin say, do what you want, NATO. Just do what you want.
But Putin only acted up when it was Obama and you.
Right.
Crimea, and then you with Ukraine. Under Donald Trump, they said, he's crazy. He means what he say. Let's just keep our head down and wait for Pussy Boy to win office.
Because we are a powerful nation. We have wonderful peace. Because of the people, not me. It's because of the American people.
You just insulted half of them, Joe.
Yeah, the only people you're insulting are the actual Americans. You're putting illegal immigrants ahead of American citizens.
Just let Putin go ahead and make sure that he move on. See what happens in Poland, Hungary, and other places.
Oh, stop it, Joe. Stop.
President Trump, as they
There's a
come back
war on our border. I don't give a shit about Poland right now compared to what is happening on our border. How about that?
Just to finish, Russia, they took a lot of land from Bush. They took a lot of
Georgia.
land from Obama and
Crimea.
Biden. They took no land, nothing from Trump. Nothing.
There we go.
He knew not to play games with
Snuggle
me. He
line,
knew
baby.
that. I got along with him very well, but he knew not to play games. He took nothing from me. But now he's going to take the whole thing from this man right here. That's a war that should have never started. It would have never started, ever, with me. And he's going to take Ukraine. You asked me a question before, would you do this with... He's got us in such a bad position right now with Ukraine and Russia.
Look at Joe's face.
Because Ukraine's not winning that war.
He
said, I will never say that. They're running out of people. They're running out of soldiers. They've lost so many people. It's so sad. They've lost so many people, and they've lost their glorious cities with the golden buildings that are 1,000 years old, all because of him and stupid decisions. Russia would have never attacked if I were president.
the question was, will you accept
You already said yes. You already said yes, Dana.
Screw you.
Dana.
Fair and
There we
legal
go.
and good election, absolutely.
There we
I
go.
would have much rather
Perfect
accepted these, but the fraud and everything else was
They're gonna try to correct him,
ridiculous.
watch.
And if you want, we'll have a news conference on it in a week, or we'll have another one of these in a week. But I will absolutely, there's nothing I'd rather do. It would be much easier for me to do that than I'm running again. I wasn't really going to run until I saw the horrible job he did. He's destroying our country.
That may not be
I would
true.
Be very
No,
happy
it's funny, though.
to be
It's not
someplace
funny, it's a
else, in
dig.
nice location someplace.
He's opening
And
himself
again, but unfortunately,
Absolutely true. Bring up that clip. Let's have it ready from Biden saying that he was going to do whatever he could to keep Donald Trump from office. Played it on the show the other day where he talked about using the legal channels to prevent him from being the nominee.
It's the first time you've continued, you've appealed and appealed the courts all across the country. Not one single court.
They didn't even look at it.
That's not true. Bring up the number of the cases that were actually or thrown out versus the
thrown
ones
out.
where it wasn't evident. Give it to me, Noodles, once we get it.
And I tell you what, I doubt whether you'll accept it.
And the People Who Mixed Up Thomas Finnegan on the ground at the debate. Again, 3 for 3, or sorry, 3 in 3.
3 and 3.
They couldn't get 3
I
for 3.
screwed you up.
You did screw me up. Subscribe to starting tomorrow, Rider 24. Election night, no one will be doing it better. We have the infrastructure. I'm telling you, tonight, Former Vice President Joe Biden just lost the election, and so the media is going to try and win it back. It starts now. You want to talk about fighting like hell? Don't get complacent. This is actually probably spur the left more than you could imagine because it is so abysmal. Really quickly, let's go. We'll come right back.
And we are off.
I brought the
I've got the medical emergency kit from the wellness company. Wellness company too?
Guys, actually, I think
Ice cold beer for everybody. One for you. One for you. Steven, of course, one for you. And one for you. Sorry, Gerald, you wino. Man, you're trying me, you silly goose.
You know, Joshua, I think it's pretty cool that you made your own kit. I'm now becoming significantly worried that you may have prepared for an emergency different from Devin's.
Well, what do you have in there, then?
Well, let's see. I've got some motion sickness tablets for when we're on the boat. Oh, I also have some anti-diarrheas.
Oh, nice. And if you need diarrhea, I brought this bag of beans, refried beans.
Why are they in a baggie?
Why? This is how I pack my beans. This is my bean bag.
But aren't they cooked already?
Let's see what else I've got in here. I've got some diphenhydramine.
Yeah, Devin, I think that's pretty cool. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out this whole beans thing.
Yeah, let's go back to that.
Well, they're not whole beans, they're refried beans.
Already cooked.
But yeah, that implies that they've been cooked once, Josh, and for some reason now we have to cook them again?
But they're cold, Gerald.
What good do cold refried beans do us?
Maybe you could use them to cool down the beers you brought.
Because you didn't bring any, you forgot them!
Be prepared for anything with the Wellness Company's medical emergency kit. Get the whole kit for the cost of a single doctor's visit. Go to twc.health/Crowder and enter promo code Crowder for 10% off and free shipping at checkout.
10% off and free shipping. Your doctors won't prescribe ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine, will they, Nick? Are they going to give you that? No,
only the good
not.
doctors.
Of course not. And look, I mean, I know a lot of you probably think.
All right, that's enough for now. All right, thanks guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time. Be safe, be productive, and have a